Hello and welcome to Unbox the Podcast. I'm Sahar Palmer, and today, in episode 4 of season 25, we'll continue exploring the power of your story. Together, we'll look at how nature and your subconscious mind can help you better understand and rewrite your personal story. Nature is one of the greatest storytellers. Its cycles of growth, rest, and renewal reflect our own lives. A tree shedding its leaves mirrors the process of letting go. A river flowing steadily reminds us of resilience and adaptability. Today, I'll guide you through exercises that can help you connect your personal experiences with nature's metaphors so you can find a deeper meaning and clarity. Let's begin. Think of nature as a mirror. Nature has a way of mirroring our emotions and experiences. Think about the last time you watched a sunset, stood under a tall tree, or listened to the rain. What did you feel? What did it make you feel? For me, for example, the fig and the olive trees in my family garden became a powerful symbol of endings and renewal. For me, for example, the fig and olive trees in my family's garden became powerful symbols of ending and renewal. I shared that story in a previous podcast this year. After my parents passed away, the trees stopped bearing fruits. I felt they reflected my own emotional stillness. But as I began to tend to them, watering them, pruning their branches, they started to bloom again. Their renewal mirrored my own healing process. The birth of Unbox brand was inspired by nature. I shared that story with you on my YouTube channel in one of the Unbox coffee breaks. That story is really close to my heart. You see, after losing both my husband and my mum within few months of each other, I found myself sitting in the garden which they both cherished. I felt completely at loss, unsure of what my future would look like, or indeed what was my life about now. As I sat quietly staring at the hibiscus bush, I noticed something unusual. One half of the bush was vibrant, full of blooming flowers, while the other half was withering and dying. It was in that moment that something clicked. I realized that as one half dies, it creates space and energy for the other half to grow and thrive. This became a profound metaphor for my own life. I started to ask myself, in what ways do I need to bloom? What do I need to uncover? I realized that while I deeply valued my roles as a wife and a daughter, I had also been unconsciously hiding in a box behind those identities. There simply was more for me to do now. I had the opportunity now and the necessity to step out of that box and embrace my unexpressed potential. That's how the idea of Unbox was born. It wasn't just a brand. It became a means to redefine myself and unify everything that I do work-wise under one empowering purpose. Just like the hibiscus bush, that moment taught me that even in the face of loss, there is an incredible opportunity for renewal and growth. This realization changed how I see my life. While I respected that their life journey was over, mine wasn't, and there's a reason for that. Something needed to be unboxed and expressed. Over the following years, I came back to podcasting, facilitated a number of development circles, wrote a few books, which I could never have done before. I created online courses, I wrote more poetry, something that I dropped for 20 years. I also felt that helping the next generation in an impactful way was something I really valued. What about you? Is there a natural element that resonates with your current state? something that reflects where you are emotionally or spiritually? Take a moment to reflect. Finding your nature's metaphor. Think about a tree, a flower, a river, a mountain, or any element of nature that resonates with you. Perhaps a time when you were out in nature or by the waterfront and the experience impacted you. For my late husband, it was mountains. Climbing mountains, he told me once, gave him perspective. The wind cleared his mind, and the precise focus that was needed on each step allowed him to empty his overwhelming thoughts. Ask yourself, what qualities of nature's element, whether it's earth, water, or fire, inspire you? Is it their strength, adaptability, or stillness? I hope that you will listen to this episode later when you can actually sit down and jot your answers in a journal. See what your mind comes up with. Step number 2, connect that experience or quality to your life. Reflect on how this element mirrors your emotions or experience or the cycle that you're going through. For example, a tree shedding its leaves might symbolize letting go of all habits and beliefs. A river flowing steadily could represent your resilience in navigating challenges. A flower blooming might reflect a period of personal growth and creativity. A tree that bends with the wind never breaks. Here's another personal example from my life. I remember something that my mother always used to say about not giving up and achieving goals through gentle persistence. She used to say, learn from water, how over time it continuously shapes the rocks, softening their surface drop by drop. This metaphor stayed with me as a child until now. It's a reminder that progress doesn't need to be forceful in order to be effective, and that even the smallest, most consistent actions can create lasting impact, just like the water shapes the stone. It's about steady, gentle persistence. And it reminded me not to get frustrated or angry, but to stay on track and keep flowing, to do what I can do in spite of the limitations. Step number 3, write your story using that metaphor that you relate to most. Once you've identified your metaphor, write a story about your life through that lens. For example, like a river, I have faced obstacles, but I keep flowing forward, finding new paths when old ones are blocked. Take a moment to think about that. What metaphor fits your story right now? Creating a personal mantra. Now, let's distill your story into a personal mantra inspired by nature. A mantra is a simple phrase that captures the essence of your story and serves as a reminder of your strength and growth. For example, like a tree, I stand tall and rooted, ready to grow. Like a river, adapting to life's challenges with ease. I bloom like a flower, opening to possibilities each new day. Or, like water, I persist gently yet powerfully, shaping my path with every drop. Or finally, like a tree, I'm flexible and resilient. Take a moment to create your mantra. Write it down and repeat it to yourself in order to enforce a new story that you are rewriting your new narrative. I hope that this episode inspired you to see how nature has so much to teach us about life, resilience, growth, and renewal. By connecting with nature's cycles and metaphors, you can gain a deeper insight into your own story or even find new ways to express it. What natural element resonates with your journey right now? Spend a few moments reflecting on that today and let it inspire your next chapter. Thank you for joining me on this exploration. If you enjoyed today's episode, please remember to subscribe, share it with someone who might need it, and leave a comment with your thoughts. Until next time, remember, your story is reflected all around you. Just take a look. Keep unboxing, keep exploring, and keep growing. Until next Tuesday, take care. Bye for now.